Welcome back to Folk Football on this beautiful Wednesday morning, afternoon, whatever you want to call it. We've got a lot of transfer news to get stuck into, and of course, with transfer news here in Scotland, it basically resolves around the big two, unless, Lawrence Shanklin wants to plan a move somewhere. But we're going to kick off with Yusuf Capadani or Capadei, whatever, man. The guy was once favoured for that move to the blue side of Glasgow, but that's not happening anymore, nomad. Because guess what's happening? I'll tell you what's happening. The guy is going to join FC Augsburg. FC Augsburg, absolutely. He's going to join FC Augsburg from Bayern Munich. I'm not surprised. I mean, I can't say that I'm massively surprised he's joining, Augsburg, because at the end, Augsburg, whatever you call me, the only Ugg I really know is like the one for Black Ops. If you know, you know. But end of the day, this deal to Rangers, I knew wasn't going to happen. I mean, this guy's been linked with going to Rangers for like what, weeks, months at this point, months, absolute months at this point. And once a deal drags on that long without any of these like concrete bids, you just know it's not going to happen. And he's opting to stay in Germany. Guy's been at Bayern, played in the youth teams, went to Schalke, played in the youth teams, played for the main team. Now he's going to another German club. It seems like that's what he's comfortable with, that's what he wants to do. So again, I mean, there's not really too much to cry about there in that regard. Is it a player that I'm massively disappointed on not signing? Not necessarily, but I look at this guy and I just feel there's a lot more, like experience there with this guy. I feel like with the other guy that Rangers are, Humsa Hagamani, is that his name? The guy for like the Moroccan leagues, like that guy's had no real experience, any meaningful level of football, and Rangers are splashing more money than what they would have paid for this guy. So obviously, Klopping he's clamping down, he's making the business his own, he's deciding what's best for Rangers Football Club. But at the end of the day, it just seems like a weird risk. But you know what? At this stage, Rangers have just got to back these signings. We really do. As much as some people may disagree with him, this guy slipped through our fingers. But again, I think if Rangers truly wanted this guy, we're not talking about extortionate amount of money here. We're talking about 1 million, 1.5, 1.8 in that ballpark. Some people would argue to Rangers that is an extortionate amount of money. Well, haha, comedians, the lot of you. But another extortionate a lot of money is Kenny McLean. The guy has a few short years left on his deal at Norwich City, and it's been constantly linked with a return to Rangers this summer, but nothing's happening. There's been no deals agreed. You're looking at another similar fee of 1.5 to 2 million for Kenny McLean, which I don't think's horrific. But I just think the Kenny McLean signing, it's one of those ones that makes more sense if it's a free. I'm not saying Kenny McLean's the worst footballer I've ever seen, right? But the guy, he's played a lot of caps, a lot of internationals for Scotland. He's got good experience at decent levels. But it's just a weird one for me. I mean, he is a Rangers man, which obviously ticks a box that some boxes cannot be ticked. But for me, I don't know. I don't know about Kenny McLean, to be perfectly honest. I mean, a lot of people don't want it to happen. Me, it's one of those ones, yeah, if you could maybe get him on a free potentially, but it's almost like you lose like a Ryan Jack, and people like that with experience. It's like it helps to bring a guy like this in that does have experience, but at the same time, it's like you're bringing a guy that's getting over the hill, will be on big wages. It's like, you've won, but at what? You've lost, but at what cause? You've won, but you really lost, but if you lost, but if you really won, you get me? But let's talk about the green side of Glasgow, shall we? Because Jota, this return just keeps on getting linked, rumoured, yada yada yada. All the rumours about Jota. I mean, this guy's pretty much been linked with a move back to Celtic ever since the deal happened, which has been bizarre because, I mean, I'm talking about even when this deal got agreed and he went, even like a month later, it was, the Saudi rules, etc. He could come back. Well, flash forward a year, and the exact same things are being rumoured about. So, I mean, you'll have to wait and see about what's happening in that regard. But what I think will happen with Jota, he won't come to Celtic. I think what you could see is probably a Premier League move for Jota, but even that, man, I wouldn't be particularly guaranteeing anything concrete. Saudi Arabia, those big wages, I don't see how, a team in Scotland, I mean, Celtic are the only team I say the only team that they can't. You know, it's like Rangers and Ramsey. It's like the 400k, 250k's a week, 300k. The only way you're going to get that sorted is if like you agree a loan fee that pretty much covers like the last 6 months, and that's not going to happen. So, yeah.